Hey guys, so this is not exactly a review. It's just my opinions in 5 minutes, and I've not actually used this thing. I've opened the box. I don't want to use it because I want to just return it right away. I'm not really happy with this. Not because it's not worth the money, because it kind of is worth the money. It's only £16. It's super, super cheap. Normally, jigsaws are going to cost, double this, from £30. So this £16 one is just super cheap. Kind of it works. I don't know how long it's going to work for, but it kind of works. There's there's issues with it, as you'd expect for £16. I just figured I'll buy it, see how it is, but I'm just going to return it. So let's start off with the fact that there's some bits here that will you'll want to file these down because these are going to scratch your surface. It's not an even surface. It doesn't come with a little plastic plate that clips on to protect more delicate surfaces like PVC. And I mean, even I guess I'm not sure if that's going to damage wood. It might do, but there's some raised areas here, just here and here. The rest of it is fairly smooth. Then no, there's another one there. So little raised surfaces that are very lightly raised, but are going to cause some damage on surfaces. And the screws for adjusting this, for example, I literally tried to unscrew these once and the little bolts have started breaking using the included Allen key that came with it. So just starts to show just how bad the quality is when things fall apart before you've even started using it. So for example here, this screw has started to fail, and now has so first like this thing slipped out of it and sort of damaged it. And then now I'm having a hard time actually getting it to go back in and turn it. I could probably do it. Yeah, I think I'm getting it done there. There we go. So it's doable, but it's already starting to fail. So yeah, I mean it was starting to cause damage inside the that hex connection. So we do have adjustability here. Really sort of a bit rough. It's not something very accurate or whatever. It's quite adjustable. I didn't look how many degrees that is. This is a 650 watt unit, so a decent amount of power. It's got a variable speed from 0 to 3000 RPM, but oh, not RPM, whatever it's called, strokes per minute or whatever. But it doesn't actually go from 0. There's a jump between 0. So the minimum speed, let's say if you're at 0, you press it, it does nothing. As soon as, to actually get it to move, the minimum is quite fast. There's no really slow speed, which with some of these, you're going to get speeds that actually go from really slow and then continue going up. And, basically the harder you press this, the more it's going to move. It is very loud. Even at minimum, it's quite loud. At maximum, it's super loud. So it's one of those things that kind of just bothers me. Doesn't vibrate too much, actually almost not at all. So it's not going to be too much of an issue with that because I hate things that vibrate like a lot. Some power tools, especially cheap ones, vibrate a hell of a lot, it just sucks to work with. But here the noise, if I was working on a construction site, the noise wouldn't be an issue. But I'm working at home. I have neighbors. I have a cat. I hate working with something that's this loud, and I haven't compared the loudness to, many other ones of these, just a few. But this just isn't going to be enjoyable for me to work with at all, so I'm not going to work with it. I'm just going to leave it and use a handsaw. So for that reason, I'm returning it. I'm going to buy a proper one from, I don't know, I guess from Bosch, since I'm already starting to buy the Bosch tools. With the Bosch battery system. So we have pendulum action here going from 0 to 4, and pretty good quality switches, pretty good quality, sort of everything here feels okay. That there, the lock seems to work well. Decent body quality, body strength sort of thing. Really tough, which, I mean, it freaking has to be for a tool this powerful. The blade change, the blades that come with it, first of all, are a bit crap. Haven't tried cutting with them, but I can tell they're crap because they're color-coded, and they're coated with paint that's already starting to wear off before I've even put it in the tool. so the paint is starting to chip off. So they might cut. I mean, I expect they would cut, but they're not going to be great quality, in my opinion. And so they're color coded. So if you don't know that, you know, larger serrations are for wood and smaller serrations are for metal, then you have to remember that red is for metal and blue is for wood. Whatever, you know, it's not a tool for professionals. It's yeah, it's a home tool. But the things with this, I wouldn't even feel that safe using a tool like this since it's so cheap. Even if whether I'm professional or not professional, it doesn't matter. I wouldn't really. If I could spend a bit more money and, you know, get something that's going to last longer and be safer to work with and be quieter and have more adjustability in the speed, then I'm going to do that, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. So a really good one is going to set you back, you know, you probably get a good one for £50. I'm going to spend 120 on the Bosch. At least, you know, that's what I'm looking at currently. And another thing here, the blade change requires you to undo 2 screws right here through this, through there, and then try and put the blade in, and then lock it again. And that's going to be a huge pain in the butt. And hopefully, and you know, hope that you don't lose the screws. So yeah, just a pain in the butt to do something like this. Whereas obviously the good ones, they're going to have quick blade changes. So okay, and I have to now. It's not even in a position where I can change the blade, and I don't know. I'm seeing lots of potential issues here, like that. These two are not aligned, so I'm not seeing. Anyways, I don't want to start going off about the small details, but because I mean things like that might be fixable. I don't know what exactly the issue is there. But you know, that doesn't seem to be, these two don't seem to be aligned. So you'd have a blade going sideways. I don't know what the hell's going on with this. Anyways, I'm returning it because it's not worth the £16 in my opinion. It's just, and by the way, this the edges of the plastic, obviously not much attention is taken for to make this look good for the person buying it. Anyways, quarters 2 meters long, has a holder here for the Allen key thing. It's got a dust extractor. It's got a blower so that it's going to blow. You know, as you're cutting, it's going to blow the dust away. Not a very strong blower. Like you can sort of feel a little bit of sort of like a baby fart on your hand. So yeah, not great. Not recommended. I would say just buy a handsaw. I'd prefer a handsaw over this. Then, you know, it'll take me a little bit longer, but at least I'll enjoy myself because I won't, you know, go deaf. So, okay, that's my opinion. I hope you found this at least slightly useful. If you were considering this tool, then you know that it might have some issues. But, I mean, I'm not saying it's not worth the £16. I'm just saying I could buy this for £16, but then I wouldn't use it. Because it's not going to be enjoyable to use. It's going to be way too loud, and just I'm going to have all these issues with blade changes and stuff. When I have a tool that I spent more money on that I can grab off the shelf and it's ready to go, especially if you get a good one. I mean, the Bosch, for example, it's got a battery pack on the back, so you just lift it and you're good to go, and you make the cut, and it's just actually usable. Whereas this, in my opinion, is just going to be a pain in the butt. So, that's my opinion. I hope you found it useful. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!